Well, I had a lot of trouble bleeding the brake. I had so much trouble bleeding the brake, you won't believe it. Just because it was a new master cylinder and a new line, and I'd had the caliper completely apart. I had air, of course, in the line. Although I managed to get the air out of the master cylinder, it just wouldn't transfer the fluid down the line. I fiddled and fiddled with this for a few hours, then I gave up. So the way I ended up doing it was the way that a lot of people do, which works really easily, is I bought a syringe and I had some tube and my new brake fluid. All you need is a small posi drive and an 8mm spanner, of course. I put the tube onto the end of the bleed nipple here, and I filled up the syringe about half full with the brake fluid. I had the cap off the master cylinder, of course, and I very gently injected brake fluid into the line. Only took a moment, maybe about a couple of minutes, to do it really carefully. Once I had brake fluid appearing up here at the master cylinder, I then tightened up my bleed nipple, and that was pretty much it. I had pressure on my brake. I then went about just doing the normal bleed procedure, just topping up the master cylinder, easing any air out of the system, and it's worked really well. Very pleased with the progress now. Got good pressure here. Bit hard to see anything happening. I did end up putting, of course, new seals and new brake pads. So things are coming along quite nicely. Mocked up the exhaust just to see how things are going to go. That's all looking okay. Still got a little bit of trouble with my studs for the exhaust flange, and maybe we'll have a little bit of trouble still with my throttle connections to the carburetor, and I'll have to make up a little adapter to go into the airbox. I still have to put the brake pedal on and adapt the brake rod to operate the back brake. It's got new brake shoes in there, and still haven't got the seat recovered yet. But yes, if you struggle like I did trying to get the air out of a new line, just don't bother. Get a syringe and just carefully reverse bleed by coming up from the caliper, and that will then fill up the line, removing any air out of it, and you'll be good to go on that. So a small update on the CTX200. We're in lockdown level 4 here in Auckland, New Zealand at the moment, so there's not much we can really do. I don't have a lot more I can really do on the bike, waiting for a few more parts to arrive, I suppose. Although I am thinking about completely boxing up the engine with the gaskets and filling with oil and having a go at a test start. But as soon as I get to that stage, I'll be making some videos to show that taking place. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.